Hey everybody, Sam here.
And Angela, and welcome to our homestead.
In our last video, we left you guys with a horribly abrupt cliffhanger. We hauled over our greenhouse, as you can see behind us, and then we left you there and said, nope, you gotta watch the next video to see us put it together. Well, guess what?
It's the next video, and we're gonna put it together.
That works. Well, you ready? You got your working hands on?
Yes, let's unstrap this and see what we can put back together.
Let's go. Oh, we also have all the screws I used to attach everything. We don't know if we can screw the walls together. Everything. Watch out for these. There's one on the handle. I'm gonna put this somewhere. At the weight.
Well, the wood has been unstrapped, and the extra boards carried off, which leaves just the walls laying on top now.
Yep.
So now we take off the walls and start standing them up and screwing them together.
Yep. We are going to frame the walls together. We know it's not going to be level. We're taking advantage of having pre-built walls that are also pre-squared because the diagonal braces are still in there. We're going to do short wall, long wall, then we'll raise it up and start leveling it out. It'll make sense as you guys see it, but we're trying to make it simple and easy to reassemble.
And we're also not going to be putting it on the 2x6 base like it was before. He has a new idea. She's not sold on that
new idea yet, but one way or the other, we'll get it figured out. Let's try to make it easy. Alright, so a couple of weeks back, Angela came out and she flagged out where our new garden is going to be. The greenhouse is going to be kind of in the back, the north east corner of the garden. And it's going to fit in here pretty nice and neat and still leave plenty of southern exposure and room for everything else. We have this flagged out. Our total garden size is 50 feet wide by 100 feet long. Yeah, ginormous garden. But it's not going to be 100%, cultivated, planted, at least this year or whatever. We're going to leave borders around everything so that we can come in here, we can mow it down, we can maintain it, get the mower in with a cart behind it and really just move around well while still being within what will eventually be our fenced garden space. So what we're going to do is pick our little flag here we have marked for the corner. We're going to move in and away from it a set distance and go ahead and start assembling the walls. Wish us luck.
This is the inside part.
Yep.
I like it where it's at, or your way just a hair. Like a foot.
It's my way, away from the highway. Okay. Alright, get your phone and use it against back here and I'll tell me to go left or right up that end.
187. That's about as good as you're going to get. Which side is that? Your side?
This is right rear, so your corner.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right, lay it over, let go, let go. Good.
I like how you did the little notch there to get them together.
So this is that wall. Camera wasn't rolling.
What?
The camera wasn't on.
What?
The camera was not on.
Oh, great.
I guess here, get the drill one, screw them. We'll pull it apart. Do you guys see how easy going you are?
Turd.
You're like, well, it's the suffrage of YouTube.
I guess so.
Let's do a different angle so you can see, now that my joke is over.
Well, it looks like it only took about 14 minutes to stick all of that together. That's a lot quicker than whenever we took it apart or we put it together the first time. It is still a little wonky because it's not level, obviously, but we're going to continue putting these together, screwing it together to make it a lot more tight, and then we can level it with blocks to make sure everything with the roof works out good.
I'm ready to go ahead and join this long wall together. I need to cut a new stud to fit in this place to connect this top and bottom plates, and I'm going to use the offcuts from this to fill in blocks, probably top and middle or top and bottom, so that I can then join the studs together and create a more, well, solid wall in the end. I could easily get the tape measure and measure this and transfer it to the wood, but I'm going to take the easy way. That is relative dimensioning. So where I'm going to hold my board into place right up next to this stud in case these boards have moved any. I'll hold it into place, and on the inside mark with my pencil. That is the length that I need to cut this stud to. Now I'm going to take my offcut and just roughly cut it in half so I get myself 2 filler blocks out of this one piece. We can do that, and that sticks out beyond the top plate so we can sandwich these together. Make sure they line up good.
Yeah, the height is good. Ouch.
That's pokey. Yay. Good job.
Good? Okay.
Nice. Now we rinse and repeat. Alright, we need to pull the walls together. So, let's pull them together.
Why do we do that on the other side?
Because the idea hadn't struck me at that point. Ta-da!
Should we take that one apart and redo it?
We can. It's pretty easy. Just a couple screws.
Okay.
Yeah, huge difference, huh?
Yeah. Looks pretty good.
It does. That was easy.
The ratchet strap thing really helped.
Yes. So what you guys saw us with that red strap was using it to pull the two walls together to create a tight joint and then attaching our studs and everything together. So once we learned the lesson on this side, we repeated it and made the other side better.
Fixed it.
Yeah, fixed it.
Now there are like a million staples that are sticking out, and they're very dangerous. They're very sharp. So I'm going to go through with some pliers or a hammer and get rid of those.
And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and start leveling out the greenhouse. I'm going to drag over a bunch of cap blocks, which are leftovers from doing the workshop, and get my level and literally start jacking this thing up. We at least want the whole greenhouse 1 block high off the ground, so at least 4 inches off the ground. Even though the bottom plate of the walls are treated, we still want that height. And then we'll see whatever it takes to get it level in the end. So, pulling staples, setting blocks. Such fun.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, I'm sure the boys will be playing on the new jungle gym we built.
Well, I went around and picked out all the staples that were sticking out. I'm not going to pick out all the ones that are still in, not a big deal. And then we went ahead and put 1 block on the short side and 2 blocks on the high side, plus maybe a 2x4 here and there, just to kind of level things up. The boys have gone to get another load because we are short a few, just to make sure the whole thing is going to be held up really well.
What you got there?
Sand blocks and giving Isaac a ride too.
You guys having fun?
Uh-huh.
You want to unload the blocks and ride around a little bit?
Yep.
1 block here, and then the rest of them can go on the back.
Is this ready for me to pick up?
Yeah. Just to slide this on.
I'll help.
Oh, he just
Okay.
stood on the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Nice. So there's the foundation and the walls, good enough for now. What we want to do is find a solution to pin this to the ground so that we can square everything up and it quit kind of wiggly jiggly on us. The best thing we can come up with as far as affordability, change it later if we ever want to, and well, affordability, is just rebar. I think we're going to get probably some 4-foot sections, drill holes through the bottom plate of the walls, and literally pin this thing to the ground to keep it from kind of splaying out. Now that is not going to be our insurance against like hurricane, tornado, wind stuff. We're going to properly anchor it with proper anchors. The rebar is going to be something more as far as keeping everything square and correct.
We don't have enough time today to be able to put the roof on and continue. Plus, we're out of screws.
Yep, somebody forgot
the screws. So, we are going to go ahead and unload the trailer. That way we can bring it back home to bring another load of stuff out.
Whatever we can find.
But we are going to put it behind the greenhouse, and we'll probably put it off the ground just in case it does rain in the next week or so. That way it's not just going to get soggy and sit wet.
Right. So hey, let's go unload a trailer.
Woo!
Yay! I gotta say, I think that was a pretty productive trip, especially since we only thought we were bringing it over to dump it out and
pretty much
do something else. But wow, we did a lot more.
We did. One thing you haven't seen us take out yet is the fabric or plastic. Yep, we're gonna put that in our closed carport. Mainly because we also have cats around here that like to mark their places.
Not our cats. They came with the property apparently.
And so we don't want them openly peed on. So
yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I think everybody understands.
So we're gonna carry that into the carport off camera. Otherwise, everything else is out. This is the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, it's the whole greenhouse right here. Some assembly required.
Still left to do, yes.
Yeah, but not much. I mean, gosh, ta-da! I mean, wow.
And it's actually beautiful out today. You can see like the blue skies, and it is in the 50s. I think it may have even hit like 60 in the peak of the day. It's just beautiful.
No, I don't. 57. Shorts weather for me, as you guys can see.
Yeah, it's a little chilly with the breeze, but
sun's out, legs out.
So I'm so excited to start the gardening season, and I'm so excited to start bringing some of my plants over here, which is another reason we wanted to go ahead and put this up, was so they would have frost protection since I am digging them out of the ground.
Yeah. A little bit of reality as we look forward to our mobile home being taken down and moved over, and there'll be an extent where we are living in a camper. We're not really looking forward to that, being stuck in a camper, family of 4. This is going to be instrumental for our therapy levels. we garden mostly because we enjoy it. We don't get huge yields out of our gardens. Okay, well, at least we haven't historically. But we like gardening, we like doing things outdoors. This is like our therapy. This is feel-good stuff. So this is why we are excited to have a little greenhouse over here in a field.
And soon, it'll probably be after the house is moved, along with our greenhouse, the beds. We're going to be building the garden beds and adding in berries and all kinds of other stuff. So, I mean, all of this, and of course our fruit trees. And so all of this is coming, and that is what helps the thought of having to stay in a camper.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for coming along as we started setting up our greenhouse again. Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo.
Stay tuned. There will be lots more to follow. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on one of the homesteads.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm an anti-hat camera here.
Well, yeah, makes your face dark.
All right, this isn't the outro.
Oh, okay. What is this?
This is just, we did this. Now we're going to unload the trailer.
Look what we did.
Yep. Blah, 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 blah. What was the last thing we said before you talked about your hands and weirded us out?
You got your hands ready to work? Or you got working hands or something?
All right, I'll pick it up or something. We've been talking about how to attach this to the ground and kind of pin it in place. And I think we're going to goo. That does look nice, doesn't it?
Would you look at it?
Thomas Kincaid, eat your heart out. We got a partially built greenhouse here on some blocks. So, you got your working hands on?
I guess so. They're a little dry and cracked, but they'll work.
TMI?
What?
Dry and cracked hands.
It's that time of year.
Those do look rough. Look like concrete blocks.
What?
Okay, I can't talk. Mine look like busted up concrete blocks.